Hi, this is Bill Leverty of Firehouse, and you're watching Brutally Delicious.
Welcome to Brutally Delicious. I'm Bruce Morty. I've got a great show in store for you. We're going to be joined by the guys from Reagan. We've got Tony and Ryan here in the kitchen. And stay tuned. We're going to see what they have cooked up for us today. Hey, welcome, guys. Hey, Tony. Hey, Ryan.
What's going on?
Thanks for joining us out here today. I appreciate it.
I'm starving.
I know you've had a hectic day, and I appreciate you. I'm actually quite hungry too.
Let's eat the bread and we'll be done. Episode done.
What is it you have cooked up for us, man?
Man, I'm going to make some French toast. It's, you know, I got a little brioche here for the bread, and I'm gonna make a nice whiskey maple syrup dump on top with a little bacon bit action.
Well, let's sidetrack here for a second. That brioche bread, that's not the easiest thing to find.
No.
I know you gave me a request a little bit ago, and I spent hours looking for that.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's this one shop that I know of, this place called Jacques in Carytown. They got all the bread that you wanted.
But I did find out along the way. It's gonna be a great episode. I did find out along the way that challah bread is a substitute in a pinch.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can do that?
Yeah, you can, no problem. I mean, usually just a nicer bread than the old white bread at Kroger. You want something
absolutely.
A little sassy.
What's the name of that bread again?
Brioche.
Brioche.
It sounds fancy.
Yeah, oh yeah. I might be saying it wrong.
Whatever, we're all gonna say it wrong.
Yeah,
But it sounds really fancy, so
Yeah.
really French too, so that's good.
Brioche.
So if you're ready, we can go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
And I've got a list of questions, and I'll grill you, and we'll cook, and see where we end up.
Cut some slices and see what.
All right. Tony, are you going to be the official question answerer then, I guess?
Yeah, I'll do that while he's busy with this.
What do we got, about 1-inch slices you got going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna do well. I'm gonna get the butt end out and do about something like this.
You said
this,
butt.
Yeah, the butt end. PG-13.
Right. Well, Iron Reagan is a kind of a combination of a couple bands, Years for Waste and Dark Stallion. How did that come about?
Well, these Ryan and Paul, I guess, left Darkest Hour. How long ago was that again? About a year?
For Paul, about a year, but yeah, basically, that's 2 years.
That's right. Well, Iron Reagan's been a band for a year now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically, they when they left, I've been talking with Ryan about doing a band since we were kids.
Right.
We go way back.
Yeah, we've known each other since our high school bands.
And you guys are Richmond area residents, right?
Yeah. Well, I moved here when I was like 17, and that's like right when I started playing music.
Gotcha.
Playing music, and my first band and like one of his like early bands played together all the time.
Right.
Was this Jeremy your first band?
Yeah. It was like a crazy melodic death metal band called Disinherent. Three guitar players from Richmond.
From
we were from Richmond, and like it was just we were kids, didn't know what we were doing. We just knew we liked death metal, you know. But I met him through that, and he was doing a lot of punk bands at the time, and I was also in this other punk band that called Top Heavy.
Right.
I used to play shows all the time.
So now you guys are from like pretty established bands. Is it odd starting a new project from the ground up again, or is that not even?
I like that. I love doing that. I like hanging out in a van and like folding records on the way to the show and like rolling t-shirts. You know what I mean? There's just something about that that's like.
I mean,
really
you
fun.
tour the world in buses and.
Yeah, but you know, like it's. I mean, it's just kind of cool to start over. It's fun, man. Being in a band is fun. If you're not having fun doing it, then
if you lose focus of where you came from and how you started doing it in the first place, then you lose focus of the whole point, which is to have fun. If you can't have fun holding records in the band on the way to your first show because you didn't do it the night before because you were too lazy.
Right.
You shouldn't be in a band, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just fun, spontaneity of it.
Yeah, it's cool to be like internationally known and be able to travel the world, but it's not really like why you're doing. You know, you're doing it because you love to play and like you love to get out there and meet people.
Now the Iron Reagan stuff is a little bit different from both of your other bands. I mean, is that intentional? Is that something you guys that just happened? Or?
I don't think we definitely want to do something different. Yeah, of course, but we never really said. I think we just were like, let's do a really fast band. That was about the guy.
That was the conversation.
Yeah, and Phil was just the riff master, so he had like just a million riffs.
Right.
This is, I think it's one of his first bands that he has played guitar in.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing guitar. I don't think.
He was in. He was in a couple death metal bands, but I'm not sure. He might have just played bass in those. But so he was really excited to start a band playing guitar. And I've been wanting to do. I had an idea for him. I wanted to do Iron Reagan. Like, I had the name for a few years, and then, I always had him in mind. And Phil was like, "Man, I want to do a band where I'm playing guitar."
So this is something you had talked about for a little bit of time before you actually get.
Well, we haven't talked about doing a band for a decade.
Yeah, in high school we were always like, we should totally do something, and of course.
Separate ways.
We were both just doing something.
Let me interrupt for 1 second here. Let's talk about what you got going on here. So just a couple eggs, a little bit of whole milk.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I was gonna do 1 egg per piece, but I'm gonna do 2 eggs per piece because the bread's a little thicker.
Okay.
And I let it soak. A little salt, a little pepper, a little bit of milk.
Okay.
Let it sit.
What is it? So is it just soaking and eggs around?
Yeah.
Just eggs and a little bit of milk you threw in there, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And I just let it soak for a minute. And I put a little butter in here.
Okay.
And toss it in.
I'm learning too because I've never made French toast before.
Well, then he's pretty happy to make it on the road for you, right?
This is what I do, man.
He's setting himself up.
This is an old parish recipe.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So we were talking about just doing a band for a long time, and just kind of getting together. And then Paul, it was kind of like a no-brainer to get Paul in because we've Municipal Waste and Darkest Hour have toured together for so long. Me and Phil love Paul, and just growing up with him, and Paul was also in a million Richmond bands, pretty cool.
Right.
Pretty cool band. There's this band called Hot New Dance Hits. You remember that band?
Yeah.
But the one that really made me, I always I'd love to do a band with that dude. He was in this band called Crackhead.
Nice.
in the 90s, might have been early 90s. That was a long time ago.
They just used to destroy everything.
They were probably the craziest Richmond band. They were probably crazier than PCB Road.
I agree because
really?
They wrecked stuff.
Yeah.
And the singer would build a tent.
Yeah, he just hung on the tent for a half a second and exploded.
And then try to burst from the tent.
So he'd be singing from in the tent?
You would just see a guy roll around.
Like shadows kind of thing?
Yeah, and then
he busted out of
try
there.
to jump through the
nice.
So it's performance art and metal at the same time?
It was, I don't think they never planned it because everyone in the band was pretty out there.
It's like WWF. Because they were going kitchen sinks at each other.
Yeah, they would try to fight each other while they were
on stage.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was pretty
But that was Paul's first band. I think they actually played with I Ain't God one time and threw a guitar through one of their calves.
Paul's bass stabbed it. Nice.
Yeah. Was that Paul that did that?
Yeah. But it was
Don't tell I Ain't God that.
They know now. But.
They probably know. It's been a long time. That was probably 90s.
So I know you said you enjoy going back and kind of doing starting over again, putting it together. But what about shows? Is it you have a hard time translating? Because I know you're playing Bloodstock over the summer. You're playing to 100,000 people. Is it hard to go translate to 100 people at a Strange Manor or something like that?
Nah, not at all. That's fun. I love it. That's where we came from.
Right.
So, we played in house shows all our lives. So it's like even the Waste would play. We came up from that.
So a show is a show, whether there's 10 people or 100,000.
It's all the same.
You get different nerves. You get different nerves, or
definitely. You gotta when you're it's not true because I get nervous playing house shows too.
Even still, you've been doing for so long.
Yeah, that never goes away.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
That's the part of the rush of it.
Yeah, it's true, man. Right now, I'm so nervous. It's insane. Which is how it is.
I tell you what, this is episode 20 something, and I still say the same thing. I'm like, I can't believe we got these guys to actually drive the mechanics for the cook with me. I'm as nervous as can be. So we're all in the same boat.
Yeah, we're all just shaking out our boots over here.
Flying by the seat of our pants, but it'll all work out in the end.
Yeah.
But so a show is a show then, and it's
totally, yeah. It's always fun. It's always worth it. Well, not always fun. Sometimes.
Well, yeah. Sucks. But even big shows can go bad as well, right?
Oh yeah.
Big shows can go bad.
Right.
Just depends on what kind of big show we're talking.
And I'm sure you've been asked this a million times, but what about the name? Where's the name come from?
Oh, I have no idea. I think I was just drunk at a.
So there's no real play on words or pun. It's just.
Of course it is. The name's Iron Reagan. It's it's like it's kind of obvious, but I think it was in Pittsburgh, and I was talking. We were like making up like funny band names, like riffing with a couple friends. And I was like, Iron Reagan. I was like, that's sick. I was like, that's a metal punk band.
So did you have that before you actually put the band together?
Totally, yeah.
That was just something.
Well, that was yeah. And then I was like, you know, you like daydream about shit. I was daydreaming about doing a band with him. And I was like, I'll do Iron Reagan. Me and Ryan will do that. And then slowly, over time, it just progressed.
How do you think I mean, obviously the music is a little bit different. How do you think the music's going to go over with the respective crowds or fans of both your bands?
It'd probably be a little easier than a normal, a normal starting band, just because we're also just, what do you got going on here?
Well, I'm just cooking this piece of bread to make French toast. It's doing its own thing.
So, I mean, we're just... No, you're good, because that's...
I'm very curious, too.
So we're going to go a couple minutes on each side, or whatever, 5 minutes, and we're just making it brown, just like your normal French toast.
Yeah, just watching it and making sure it's overcooked or undercooked.
And we're on a medium-high heat?
Medium-high heat, yeah. I was at a medium heat, but I think it needs to get a little hotter.
So you get that nice crispness and brownness going on?
You're going to get a little flatten action, so it makes it feel good. The egg just
that looks really good.
Yeah, it gets
already. Okay. What was the question? I was halfway through and I looked over there and for some reason the egg on top of it, like
you're starting to smell it.
Yeah, I can't. I'm afraid that smell of it.
That's what's going on.
You did one earlier with Firehouse. You made salmon with a mango salsa. Wow. I'm not a salmon fan, but I gotta tell you, it was fabulous.
Yeah, that's
nice. You can eat a lot of good food.
Yeah, I get to eat a lot of good food, meet a lot of good people.
That's way better than being a band.
I don't know about all that, but it's still fun.
I get cheese pizza every day. You can say you get gourmet, like
resting on food.
When you guys are on the road and you tour, I know maybe not Iron Reagan, but let me sidetrack for a second. When you're on the road and you're like deep in Europe, you're getting good food somewhere, aren't you?
Europe, yeah.
I mean, you're not in Europe. Pizza in Europe.
No. Unless you're in Italy.
I'm a jerk though. I eat like awfully, so I'll like stop at. I'll get a kebab.
So you're
I get kebabs like every night at 2 in the morning when I'm drinking. You know? But
so
you've
been Europe. But I mean, you've been to all these countries. You don't stop at find a little place, that, a little mom and pop place or a food truck or something.
Yeah, there's a place in Italy, and you tell any Italian this, and they'll think that you're just crazy and you're disgusting. But there's these little rest areas called auto grills. They have great sandwiches there, right?
Yeah. Auto grills isn't bad at all. And I was actually going to say, one of the best meals I've ever had was at a rest area in Italy. I don't think it was an auto grill.
Is it like a food truck?
No. It's just a straight up like.
It's like a TNA.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Flying J or something.
And the food's good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, it's one of the best meals I ever had. Like
they have incredible sandwiches, and we'll tell any Italian man, and they'll look at us like we're insane. You don't understand good food.
Right.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. That's like you've been around.
It tastes delicious.
Well, we're talking about touring, so I mean, you guys have toured quite extensively. Is there anywhere you haven't played that you'd like to get to?
I want to do Hawaii. I never played in Hawaii. That would be really awesome. We never did. Did you ever do Indonesia?
I did not. That's the only place I did Alaska, but never. I've been to Hawaii, but I've never played.
But did you do Australia?
Yeah, actually, Oasis going there. I don't know what to say. We're going there in this summer. So.
Gotcha.
But you never did? You did Asia though.
I did the Philippines.
You did the Philippines. Yeah, I've never done that. I've never done.
That was awesome.
I've never done China. I've never done.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to stay with the touring thing for a little bit, and then we'll go back to the talking about I'm Ready to Do you have any stories? Any interesting stories? PG-13.
PG-13 tour stories?
Yeah, strange, odd, weird.
There was one time where we got our old guitar player from Guitar we got involved in a gay porn website. And then
when he was unconscious at a party.
I'll just stop right there.
When he was unconscious at a party, that's nice.
He was unconscious, we met someone, one thing led to another.
Did he eventually find out?
Oh, we got so many pictures the next day with in his email.
It's
nice.
It's about a 20-minute story,
yeah.
And it is outstanding.
It's very involved.
That story, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was good. It was one of those you just sometimes look for something sketchy because
right.
you feel like it's time to do that.
Sure.
But it comes apart in the tour, you're like, man, we haven't done anything sketchy in a while. And the next thing you know, you're at some dude's house or a quarantine.
So when you're writing for Iron Reagan, what's your writing process like? You guys all write together, or is it?
It's been he's been helping me a lot with the lyrics, just so it helps stray away from the other bands I've done.
Right.
I always like to have a little tongue-in-cheek and more of such
a lot of sarcasm
stuff. The stuff I write. So it's good to have him help
keep
push me. Yeah, and he's written a lot of songs and they're great.
So do you guys? I mean, you guys are obviously in different locations, but I mean, you're all writing in like the same room, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, even Paul, like, everyone's like kicking in a lot of.
It's one of the coolest parts about this band is that everyone contributes a lot. So it's not just one person's duty to play the drums or one person's duty to sing or do vocals. You know, it's like everyone kind of wants to participate and be part of it. So we all kind of chip in and help out, and it's really fun.
Yeah, everyone in the band's really excited about it, and it's fun.
When you write, are you writing with the live setting in mind, or are you writing a song just for the song?
Just for the song, mostly for recording. I think with Iron Reagan, we want to almost record more than we play. We want to play it, but it's just like schedules are crazy, you know. And so we want to just like get it, like when we come home from tour, we just get in there and just keep writing stuff.
And I know it's punk metal, but do you find it difficult translating those songs live, or not really?
Not at all. It's a piece of cake. Yeah. It's all our bands that we've been in the past and are currently in were live bands that we would tour half the year. You know, like Darkest Hour toured their butts off.
Yeah, we would tour like 11 months out of the year.
Really?
And we did that for probably 3 or 4 years.
How do you keep up with the physical demand of the tour like that? It just beat the hell out of you?
Yeah. You just do it.
So when it gets done,
I've been up there
11 months you're done?
Yeah, man, yeah. Like, and I've been up there with the flu, living on my underwear, hoping for the best to not vomit all over myself.
Really?
Play the show, yeah.
So, I mean, the old adage, the show's got to go on, you just
don't
drop there.
cancel.
Like, that's just true. Oh, yeah, I mean, you have to, the show must go on. It's crazy.
The Wasted, like, almost 250 shows last year.
That's insane. See, that's insane. That's the hell of an output.
We were busy. Well, you should put out a record. You want to get it to everyone wants to see you play.
Sure.
But yeah, so I mean, so it's easy for us to have it translated over live. You know, we record the songs and then we try to make it sound exactly like it is.
Right.
That's easy.
Alright, so now we got the French toast made up, and we're going to go ahead and make some special syrup, right?
We're going to make the whiskey syrup now.
Right.
This is just for any die-hard alcoholic or someone who just really appreciates food. Awesome, but I'll go with the first option. And what we'll do is just take a little bit of maple syrup.
We've got 100% maple syrup there.
100%.
And in this case, it was actually organic too, so that's
I'm going to put the saucepan on low.
Okay.
Low setting. We're going to dump it on in. Get it kind of hot. And then, you know, some people think a little bit of a shot, a portion of a shot. I like to do half a shot to a shot, because I believe that's where the flavor is. So pour a little bit in.
And then a little extra.
Yeah, that's for good measure. Oh, and go over here. That's just we'll take a sip and make sure it's good.
Good?
Make sure it's okay.
Yeah. I think I'll appreciate that. Yeah, not bad.
And that was Irish whiskey, but you can probably use it.
Yeah, I mean, Irish whiskey is preferred because it has more of a smoky feel to it. I know that the type of whiskey that is in here, I just taste is perfect.
Okay, good. But I mean, you could probably use like Crown Royal or.
Oh yeah. Crown Royal, Bushmills, Jameson.
Okay.
I prefer Tullamore Dew.
Right.
But that's Tullamore Dew.
This is whiskey of choice.
Then we got a little bit of vanilla extracts.
Okay.
We're gonna pour just a smidgen in there, just to give a little flavor. Bam. Perfect. So then that's it for the sauce until we get to a little more of a hotter temperature on top of the bacon.
Okay. So how long are we gonna cook that for? Just till it gets nice.
I'd say a few minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
just like.
So you guys have a new record out?
We have a new record coming out mid-March. Mid-March. Like I said, it's not. I guess it's our first record, first LP. So.
And it comes out March 9th on Magic Bullet Records.
Okay. And now that it's complete, I mean, how do you feel about it? Satisfied with the album?
I love it. Is that 19 songs?
Yeah, 19 songs.
19 songs in 24 minutes?
4 minutes somewhere.
Yeah.
That's great. So they're good. Get in there, get it done, and move on.
Yeah. I mean, you have no time to rest. It's you hit play, you bang.
So live, I mean, you're gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a workout.
We've got like 14 songs in our set.
Yeah, we got a good amount of songs, and like I said, everyone's singing and everyone's participating, so it's a lot going on.
So the live show is gonna be a sight.
Yeah, pretty intense.
And so yeah, that's coming out on Magic Bullet, and the vinyl will be on A3.
Are you guys doing vinyl as well?
Yeah, of course, always. We gotta do vinyl.
Gotta do vinyl.
Gotta do it.
Yeah, gotta.
So yeah, I'm real excited about it, and that's part of the reason why we're hitting the road this week. Just to kind of get out there and let people know we got something. We also have a demo that we put out last year, and we got a really rare vinyl pressing of that too for the touring stuff.
And for people out there, we can find you on Facebook and...
Yeah, we have a Facebook page, and we actually check it all the time and try to update it like weekly with what we're doing, because right now we're actually pretty active. So.
Right. Perfect. All right, so now we're back. We've got our French toast all done.
French toast is done. Sauce is at a perfect simmer.
That was about 10 minutes or so. We got it nice and simmered up.
Take a look at this.
Man, it's like we need some smell-o-vision. Let's let the camera take it.
If you could smell this at home, you should. Where do I go? Here?
Yeah, there, right here. That's wonderful.
Ah, it's delicious. So now, the last thing we're gonna do. Now this is perfect. Pull this out. So what we'll do is we'll take little pinches of bacon.
Put it on the top, right over the top.
Yeah.
I can't get over this.
Yeah, Mike, you got some face in it.
Breakfast and happy hour at the same time.
Yeah. Definitely not gonna go bacon here. All bacon fans right now.
I'm thinking go big or go home.
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. Bacon's just the key ingredient to life.
What do you think about you see all those restaurants? I don't want to mention names of restaurants, but they do like bacon sundaes now, and bacon and ice cream, and bacon and milkshakes. And, that might be getting a little carried away from me, but
it's a little crazy.
I've seen bacon chewing gum.
Really?
Yeah, and there's bacon chocolate.
I've seen that. I've seen chocolate covered strips.
Yeah.
That's a little crazy for me too.
Now, this is like a money shot. All about so many meanings.
Yeah. So here we are at my favorite part of the episode, and one of the reasons I do the show, and we were talking about that earlier. So if we're ready, let's dig in and see what we got here.
We good?
All right, we're ready in. Dude, that is killer.
Syrup.
Oh, the syrup makes it. That's way better than I would have imagined.
Me too.
First time? Woo! Pressure's up.
Yeah. Go home now and feel better about myself.
That is killer. Ryan, I want to thank you for coming out, Ryan.
Hey,
I appreciate your time.
Good time, man.
Thank you. Thank you for doing it, Tony. Once again, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Killer.
Yeah, it actually